We often hear about the dropout and crime rates for African American and Latino teens. But what are we doing to offer a better future for these youth? Let's meet one person who decided to make a difference. Philip Jackson founded the Black Star Project in 1996 to improve the quality of life in Black and Latino communities of Chicago. We also welcome two teens from Black Star programs. Dennis Glover and Alexander Market are both students at Olive Harvey Middle College. So Philip, what inspired you to start the Black Star program?
Deficits inspired me. I worked at the Chicago Public Schools when I started the program. But even while I was at the Chicago Public Schools, I saw all the things that were not in place. There were no real supports. There was not enough encouragement, not just for Black and Latino students, boys especially, but for many of the students. And I felt that we had to absolutely put something in place, especially for good students like you see here. And I just didn't see enough of it. And we started the Black Star Project in 1996. We only started working with 2 schools, and we thought that that was a handful. Now we're in 120 schools.
Wow, that's amazing. There seems to have been a lot of programs started to try and address the problem of education in youth, and a lot of them don't seem to do it. Could you tell us what that challenge is and how the Black Star program has been successful?
Yes. Number one, programs aren't enough because, as you so noted, programs start and stop. What Black Star has sought to do is to create a whole structure, a whole institution of which spins off various programs. So we do have a mentor program. We do have a parenting program. We have a college prep program, but it's not the programs that are important. It's the structure. And so behind each of our programs, there are many, many people who are working to build a structure that's going to be there long after the mentors are gone, long after the tutors are gone. This structure is still in place. And so far, we have been successful for 14 and a half years, providing high-quality services to young people like these.
Fabulous. So Alexander and Dennis, what were some of the challenges you faced in school?
It was kind of hard. Being at a new school, I had went to Lindblom Math and Science Academy, and it was selective enrollment school. So even though I think of myself highly intelligent, it's like being founded around all these new type of math and stuff, it was kind of hard. It was kind of hard to grasp concept quick enough to stay up with the school level.
Okay. Anything you'd add, Dennis?
Well, for me it was kind of hard, seeing as I went from being in honors class, all honors classes, to coming down back to regular classes. So.
Okay. So it sounds like you two are really good students. Mm-hmm. Philip, what are some of the challenges that perhaps Black and Latino students in particular face these days?
Well, not only are these good students, they're actually great students. And so both of these young men here are on an honor roll, and they're not on an honor roll that's a low honor. They're on an honor roll that's high honor. It's something that they had to reach up for and to strive for. And so one gentleman almost has a 3.5. Now, when you look at this, these are students who did not succeed in the current education system. What that tells me is that the current education system is doing something wrong. When young men like this have got to leave a school, a decent school, in order to succeed, then something's wrong with the system. And so what we have found is that with the proper supports, and especially getting parents involved, getting the community involved, getting churches involved, wrapping all of that around these young people, there's no way that they can fail.
It's wonderful. The whole community
Absolutely.
system changes. So you're in new schools now.
Yes.
What is better? What is different?
We currently attend Olive Harvey Middle College, and it's known as a second chance alternative school. And here it has smaller class sizes and more personal one-on-one time with the teachers. We give you a better understanding, so you can always come to them for the extra help.
Okay.
Well, for me, it was also not only a second chance, but a better chance, in my perspective. So it also gave us the opportunity of being dual enrolled in college classes after our first semester.
Oh, that's cool. And when you got there, you discovered the Black Star Project?
Mr. Jackson came to our school as a guest speaker.
Okay, and what did he say that got your attention?
He showed us a PowerPoint over like the history of African Americans in the U.S. and like it showed us how like our people had to struggle, and then as they struggled, they also came, like they showed how they thought and made like different contributions to better themselves, and how we should keep that going.
Polly, the numbers across the United States of America are abysmal in terms of the graduation rates of young black males from high schools across this country. Cities like New York City have 27% of young black males who graduate. Here in Chicago, the number is 44%. What that means is that 4 out of 10 young black males graduate from high school here in Chicago. And so that's what the Black Star Project is a response to. We believe in these young people. We believe in these young men. We believe that they have something to contribute to the city of Chicago and to the United States of America. But right now, for whatever the reasons, our city and our country is not investing in these young people properly. And that's part of the advocacy work that we do at Black Star.
And to succeed for 14 years, you've had participation from other individuals. Who else is involved?
Well, a lot of people are involved. We do get some corporation support from the Toyota Motor Company, and Toyota in Japan is supporting this work. ComEd here in Chicago is supporting the work. Unfortunately, government hasn't really figured out that if you're going to have strong, positive young black men, you got to have families involved, you got to have fathers involved, you got to have a faith-based experience. And so we get no support from government or from foundations, basically. There's one, Open Society Institute, and the Field Foundation. But basically, they're saying that these young men can make it on their own. They will either swim or drown, but we're not going to get involved. And that's wrong. And so, yes, we're getting some support, but the support that we get from even the Chicago Public Schools for young men like this, it's minimal.
Okay. But the parents show up. What do you do for the parent groups?
It is so important to get parents involved. Parents are the first, best, and most important teachers for their young people. And if I can say so, the parents of these young people today are sitting right out there. You know, that tells you that these young people are going to succeed. And so for anyone watching this, for young parents, for young mothers, or any fathers out there, all you have to do is go up to your child's school. All you have to do is check your child's homework, encourage your child to do the homework. Those kinds of little things make a huge difference. And so a lot of parents say, well, I don't know calculus. I don't know physics. So what? You know what's important about your child, and that's all we need from you.
What are some of the things Black Star can do to help these guys and other young people know what to expect?
Well, one of the things that we want to do, and I'm announcing this on your show, so this hasn't been announced anywhere else yet. Oh. We're starting an honor society for young black men like these. I believe Dennis has a 3.2?
3.29.
3.29, 3.4, and it's not acknowledged enough. It's not something that the community acknowledges, the school system doesn't acknowledge it, government doesn't acknowledge it. These young men are the real heroes in our society. Now, we know that there are some bad kids out there of all races. But then when we have good kids like these, what are we doing to acknowledge them? And so I want to first thank you for having this show and for having them on it. But the kind of things that we can do are offer support. We can help them write college applications. We can help them with scholarship applications. We can write letters of recommendation for them. We can connect them to advocates, to mentors, people who will fend for them, who will protect them.
Thank you, Philip Jackson and Dennis and Alexander. I'm Polly Toner for Different Drummers. Keep the faith.